Now, see the fourth part of the lesson, federalism. What has made India a federal country? What are the conditions that has made India a federal country? You know, India is a large country. Then the first point is very clear to you that our constitution has declared India as a union of states. All our states are united. It is known as union of states. Then we have three tier federalism. Three types of federalism. Tier means levels: union government, state government, and panchayat. We have three levels in our system. Threefold distribution of legislative powers means the legislative means pertaining to law. All the powers under union list, state list, and concurrent list. We will see this further in detail. What are these union list, state list, and concurrent list? All the powers are given to union also, state also, and concurrent means in union and state, which is common to both. Then, all states in the Indian Union do not have identical powers. It means all the states in India, they don't have identical powers, as Jammu and Kashmir is given special power because of Pakistan problem, you know, and China problem also. We are facing lot of border problems from these two nations. That's why Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, they are given special powers. And other states, whatever the suppose union territories are there, they are also given some special powers. So all states according to their problem, they are given different powers. That's why the fourth point states that all states in the Indian Union do not have identical means same power is not there. Everybody has different power according to their problems, according to their requirements, according to their resources also. Next, fifth point. Changes in power sharing has to be passed by two-third majority in the parliament. If any power is shared or any rule is made or any law is passed, then it must be passed by two-third means 75% majority in the parliament. We can say 66%, two-third majority. Then, in case of any dispute regarding division of power, the apex court, which is the apex court, the Supreme Court will take the decision. If there is any dispute, any quarrel, any we can say any conflict is there regarding division of power, then the Supreme Court takes the decision. So all these six reasons make India a federal country. Now come to the three list: union list, state list, and concurrent list. What are these three lists? Now see. Union list has subjects of national importance. Which are of national importance means defense. Defense of the whole country is decided by the union government only. The whole banking system, you know, RBI is the owner, is the central authority. It has central authority to, it is a central government. You know very well that RBI is the central government of India. Then currency, whatever currency we are using, rupees, paise, this is also decided in the union list only. Then foreign affairs and communication, all these comes in the union list. Then what is state list? State list has subjects of local and state importance. What are local and state importance? That all is decided in the state list. And state government alone can make laws of their uh, people, for their people and for their government. This is the right of state government only. Union government or any other cannot interfere in that. State police, trade, commerce, agriculture, irrigation, these all are the matter of state government only. Now come to concurrent list. It has subjects of common interest both to center and state. Now which is beneficial for both center and state, that comes in concurrent list. Both the center and state can frame laws whichever is included, whichever items are included in concurrent list, just like as education, forest, trade union, then you can say marriage, adoption and succession. These all personal and family laws also comes under concurrent list. I hope you might have understood what is union list, state list and concurrent list. Now come to the next point. How does India practice power sharing? How we are doing the power sharing? By creating linguistic states. Our states are created according to language also, which has been made administration easier. If these linguistics states would not have been created, then it would be difficult for the people to communicate in different languages. So our states have been created as per the language. So this has made administration easier. New states have been created since 1947 and now also new states are under creation. Second, no language has been given the status of national language by the constitution. Every language and every religion is respected, so no language has been given the status of national language. So regional language, state language, that is considered and that is discussed whenever they talk in the parliament or and discussion is done. Then restructuring of power sharing between center and state. What is restructuring? Every time the whenever the power is shared, it is restructured, it is remade, it is revised between center and state so that the responsibilities, the work can be done efficiently. Rise of regional political parties and coalition government has led to a new culture of power sharing. Now, regional political parties, you can say everywhere regional political parties means in that region if any political party is there, then that political party is also given importance. And coalition government means if any government, any party is not getting full majority, then 2 3 parties can join and then make the government. So this has also led to a new culture of power sharing. In this way we can share the power. Then threefold distribution of legislative powers. What are these threefold of distribution of legislative powers? We will see in the next part. Thank you.